We are back here on the second map, getting ready for the second map on this first match between Froyotech and Classic-MixUp. It is the CEVO-P playoffs. We had a fantastic match. I hope you didn't miss it because it was fantastic, but Froyotech coming out on top. And so this, the second map of the best of three, and MixUp wanting to equalize it, not wanting to slip down into that lower bracket. Give me your thoughts, sir.
Yeah, I mean, that last game was, as you said, incredible, coming down to the golden cap. And, you know, I think definitely Froyotech has that advantage right now, that momentum going, because, I mean, they rolled through them there on that golden cap round, doing very well. But still, MixUp, as we'd said before the break, they showed their resiliency before, and I think they're going to come out here and still put up a really good fight here, moving into this second map, which is going to be on Badlands here, which hopefully should be starting here very shortly. It looks like everybody's going to be ready to go here soon, so I'm looking forward. It's going to be another, once again, I think it's going to be a pretty good game.
Let's talk about the private stuff that we were just talking about. I said while we were during the break that both of the teams are doing fantastically well, but I'm getting the sense that as a team and as a whole, Froyotech is still the best team. Yeah. I spoke about how, you know, obviously we're seeing fantastic things out of Classic-MixUp, but overall, as a whole package, I feel like Froyotech's still very hard to beat, and they have that slight edge. I don't think it's impossible for MixUp to do it, but I think that they've got to be firing at, say, 110% in order to pull it off. Would you agree with that?
I agree completely, because, you know, Froyotech is just, you know, they've been together for a while. They've played at some of the biggest tournaments that this game has to offer, all together with this same lineup, and I think it's just really tough to do anything about that. But it looks like we are now going live here into this second map as we take a look at it. Take me away here, Get Away.
GLHF, good luck, have fun. And I'm going to watch Blaze, because do you know who's been working hard on mids? Blaze. I don't know if it's, I don't know, what's his secret? But anyway, we're going to watch here and see how this plays out. And he's just getting ready to make his move here. Going to see here as already we have Harblue down, and there's Blaze getting a pick. That works as he goes down himself, actually, to Zalox making the pipes work. Duatna trying to make some pipe plays here as well. There's two up aside. It's out versus Duatna and Lange. And position-wise, MixUp get kind of lucky here. They pull out the middle, but no heals up for either side, and so it's oh wow! But here comes Duatna, and the kings of re-pushing. Froyotech have had a lot of great re-pushes all day long so far, haven't they?
Yeah, that was they really have on process there, and especially right here on this to be able to get some time here on the second point. I don't know if they're going to quite be able to cap it. Looks like they will now, actually, as here comes the reinforcement. So MixUp just going to have to get set up here. They're already waiting to getting up to choke here to hold at choke, keep their second point. So the flank rolling around there as Lange works his way in through house here. He's going to get a lot of rockets off as he is able to take down Platinum inside of house right there. So now they have, actually, Froyotech down 2 players at the moment as Clockwork goes down to Harblue, and it looks like Froyotech maybe getting a bit passive here, starting to work back. Both teams are actually down 2 as Blaze is able to pick up that one frag there onto Harblue, so kind of back to where we started. Both teams about to pick up this Uber, and we'll see who can make the play to initiate this fight.
Both scouts were down at the same time for Team Froyotech, and that's, I mean, they're only scouts, but my lord, it's Benny and Clockwork, and so certainly that's the cleanup crew on this Froyotech team. They've got their respawns now, but they lose Blaze, and so kind of some scattered picks back and forth, although they do get TLR in-house there. That's Duatna with a good pick, and Duatna playing pretty strong right now, but we got scouts running wild all over. I've seen Harblue just going crazy there, but gets taken out, but we had an Uber popped off, and I mean, I didn't see what happened. What forced that Uber there, Gex?
Yeah, something inside a house there. I kind of missed it too, but I just saw them come running out. I think there was a soldier in there that got the force onto them. So right now, Platinum's going to go down as well. Not looking necessarily the best here for MixUp. I think they're just going to have to go back and hold last at this point here. TLR's still down in the lobby, and actually they're going to come right back out with this right now. They don't really have too much to work with, but they're going to keep them off the point, actually, which is pretty well done for them here. But Froyotech's going to stay aggressive with them. No frags going down here on this second point yet. Still, both Team TLR actually bombing and trying to get something.
Boy.
But Lange is going to deny him. Clockwork getting one, and Blaze as well. Oh my goodness, Clockwork getting a second one. On to Zalox.
Wow,
Platinum
wipe.
going down, absolutely wiping them on that second point. And I think this round is going to be just about over.
Get the brooms out, because that was a very impressive wipe, as a matter of fact, by Froyotech, who very easily take the first round here on Badlands. I was going to give credit before the wipe happened. I was going to give credit to the mix-up team, who they all got their respawns at once, which is sort of fortunate, and they pushed out very well as a team, but it was about as close to a do or die as you can get at the very start of a match.
It's risky. It was very risky there to just go and push straight back out of trash like that. But I mean, you know, it's regardless, one round over there to Froyotech. So into this mid here as we take a look. We have Duatna down low, just getting that sticky spam out over onto MixUp, who's over by their house at the moment. Platinum coming in and getting one onto Clockwork there, and Blaze was able to pick up one. Two down for Froyotech right now. MixUp still working in. Indus sitting down in the valley right now with the rest of his team, and Froyotech has been pushed out here for the most part. Still have Lange kind of peeking a bit over there in house, but he's going to meet up with the rest of his team here, and that'll be the mid over to MixUp.
You know what, Gex? One interesting thing that we've been talking about over the past, say, I don't know, 2 or 3 months is how interesting it is how map strategy evolves, and we're seeing more and more now at the very top level. Demos are rolling out house and going window again, which is an old thing, but now a new thing again. Just something to note on those mids and how they play out. We have, meanwhile, Uber's popped off here, and Clockwork WM1ing forward and does pick out Harblue, the converted scout. And Clockwork, when he gets fired up, him and Banny are the same way. It's like they have a taste for blood, that killer instinct. They don't want to stop. There's no stop in these guys. Here we go. Clockwork just, oh boy, coming right out. Has to back up a little bit, but they're ruthless.
As you were saying there, it's just, they are such a dynamic duo over there on the flank. I mean, they can tear just about anybody in this game apart working together. And as you said, they will just continue and continue in. But here comes MixUp, who's going to continue in themselves onto the second point here. Zalox is able to pick up that one on the Clockwork there, and Froyotech's not even going to bother, as they don't have any bit of Uber right now. MixUp does have a full Uber at this point. They're going to pick up the second and should be able to move into last right now, though. Froyotech is just sitting in the upper lobby at the moment. They do need to be careful, as MixUp could come through here as
Plat goes down.
Yeah, Platinum going down to the stickies of Duatna right there. So MixUp sitting back now onto the second point. They're going to wait for Platinum, and they did have a bit of an advantage, but couldn't really work much off of it. So now here comes Froyotech back into the second point.
Oh, boy.
Get on it. Oh, my
Sheik
goodness.
is caught in no man's land, was up on bats by himself, but trading right back as down goes Indust, and we got a no-heal fight going on, 3 up apiece, and I'm looking at Enigma, who's, well, he loves this map, but he's going to come in on Duatna. Keep an eye on Enigma, the king of the back caps, perhaps, as he gets taken out, though, in on last. Zalox trying to stay in there, but he's going to back up for heals a little bit. One thing I noted about a minute or so ago was very telling that I saw a soldier bomb in, and who did he bomb in on 4G? It was the scouts, Banny and Clockwork, and maybe that's telling when your scouts are the target of bombs from soldiers, but we'll keep an eye on that, I guess, as time goes on. Maybe it was just luck.
Right now we actually have, there is a scout battle going down in mid-bane. He's going to get taken down, but right now TLR is actually, he was sitting over there in trash. I thought he was maybe going to be able to get a sneaky play onto somebody coming out of trash, but not the case, as MixUp still able to keep this second point at the moment. Harblue's down there, seeing what he can work. They have sticks over on the shutters, just kind of hanging out right now, going for a stroll. Clockwork getting taken down over by the spawn, actually, the forward spawn. So there we go, as the full Uber is out right now. They're actually on Kritzkrieg, MixUp is, as they're going to come in here. They're going to pop it in onto Zalox, not being able to get anything onto it. Can't get any frags with that Kritzkrieg right there, as Platinum is able to take down Duatna with a wild rocket up towards the spawn area there. But that is going to be an Uber for Shade here. He has right now, and they need to be careful here, MixUp, as they are worked back in the lobby at the moment, but they have to know that Uber is going to be coming soon. Platinum overextends and gets taken down, and now they're starting to work their way back now, and that Uber is going to get popped over in that upper battlements area there. Banny getting onto the point. Sticky's coming across. from Zalox, but looks like we're going to have a bit of a battle here. TLR still over on the bats, getting a lot of damage into Banny, can't take him down. Zalox trying to do something with Banny. He's still on the point, harassing the crap out of these guys right now.
TLR.
He's finally able to get TLR, so right there, 2 players down for MixUp right now.
It's an interesting situation here whenever you have this crits that you're sitting on. And here we go, we got it forced, and just feeling the heat, and are they going to get anything off of it? They do get Blaze as Indus got shot into the sky, almost to the skybox, finally getting taken out there by Banny. You know, it makes you play a lot differently, not only when you're facing crits, but when you have the crits, in terms of positioning and how aggressive you can be. A lot of power being put out here right now by the team in red. That's Froyotech, who have all but 2 players down. Actually, one of those is a respawn for MixUp, so Zalox just sort of chilling at GXL. Gonna get his... Gonna go in and grab ammo, but meanwhile we've got mid getting capped. Remember, it is already 1-0 for Froyotech, and onus on Classic-MixUp to make it happen. Almost a replay in terms of what they've got to do with this, guys.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're going to have to start working something here. Plenty of time, though. I mean, they still have 21-something here on this half, so plenty of time. Looks like that Uber is going to get popped there over from the flank. They're going to get in on Indus. He's trying to take him down. Banny's getting a lot of damage out to him, finally getting him at the last second. And that's going to be actually 2 down in the process, though, for Froyo. And MixUp is going to go down 2 as well. Lansky's still up in the battlements right now, actually upper lobby. He's going to try to get somebody, Enigma, aggressing onto Shade, and he's going to be able to take out Shade there. Good pick from him. That's 3 down for Froyotech right now. And not looking necessarily the best. Lansky's on the cap right now. Blaze is going to come over towards him to try and help out. Enigma's down low, eats a rocket right to the face from Lansky. But MixUp here going to start to work their way back out as Zalox pressures them out with all that spam, and TLR working a bit forward here as well. But they are able to hold that second point. Looks like actually Froyotech working back in. Banny's trying to work something, getting taken down, but Lansky was able to clean up on the TLR at the moment. But Froyotech now not going to push their luck and just move back into mid here, wait for the reinforcements.
You know, guys, when I watch these high-level matches, I almost feel like, especially when it's 2 of the top, say, 4 teams, that the only differences we see are just timing, not so much mistakes. You don't see mistakes. It usually comes down to, does a team lose players at an inopportune time and give up a point that way? Because there are no mistakes. It's very solid play all around, and it's a testament to how close it is. And I expect to see this all weekend long, that we're not going to see a lot of errors from any of these teams. At least I haven't seen it so far. It's just very solid.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a bit of a new player watching this stream right now, take in what these guys are doing on both these maps here, because you're talking about some of the best players in the world right here.
Or better yet, try to go in and do it yourself.
Yeah.
You won't.
Yeah.
Might look easy, but it's not.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, what these guys are doing, I looked at it at first, it's like, maybe it's not that bad. I'm telling you, just the strategy involved with these guys, their level of game sense is just out of this world. So, take in what these guys are doing. But it looks like right now both teams have this full Uber charge, and still waiting around for somebody to make that play. MixUp only down 1 round right now, and looks like actually Blaze is going to bomb and gets a huge rocket into Indus. What a surf there from Indus to get away from that. That was a huge one, just doing a big circle around there, but that's Blaze is going to get taken down in the process. So here we are back to square one in this second hold.
Yeah, a lot of great play by the Soldiers, and I don't know how often any of these guys play MGE, these Soldiers, but some great Soldier play already, and I expect that before all is said and done, we're going to see more air shots, and we're going to see more high fives from Soldiers and whatnot, but certainly all of these Soldiers very much capable. So far, a highlight to me has been, I mean, I've been looking at TLR a lot. I bet he's hoping that his team can sort of, I guess, turn the tide here a little bit. Himself and Platinum, the Soldiers for MixUp. And as we speak here, we've got Blaze.
Oh my goodness, he came so close. So close to that. That was incredible.
Almost getting a drop with the escape plan. That would have been our second escape plan kill today already. Is this the new craze?
Yeah, I guess the new meta here, just flying in with the escape plan, seeing what you can do with it. But here comes MixUp into mid, just mowing them down there. They picked up 4 frags. Blaze just got that spawn back in because he died during that bombing process, almost getting Indust, and Banny is going to go down as well. So the mid back over here to MixUp. I think they might have some room here to push into second. They do have a full Uber, but so does Shade at the moment. So we'll see what they can do. Clockwork working over on the side where Indust is, over by that flank side. Actually, Indust is going to get caught out by himself.
Boy.
An excellent play there to get that force out. He just got caught out by himself. And now that is going to be a full Uber advantage right now for Froyotech.
If you're ever on your heels, this is the time right now when MixUp are on their heels. Now, good news is Badlands is a wide open map, and there's certainly opportunities to go flying and take out a med once you lose your own, but it's not what we're going to see here in this instance anyway, but there could be some equalizer picks. Meanwhile, we've got lots of body parts. That was Enigma going down to Lange there on cam, and Shade holding on. Shade has been playing very strong. We don't always say a lot about the medics unless they make mistakes, Gex, but they've been playing very well, both of them.
Yeah, you have to give credit to both of these guys. I mean, their surfs are out of this world. They were on process, keeping themselves alive, but here comes the push into last. Right now, they pop in there. Duatna is going to get one frag out there onto Indust, actually, taking him down, but still not much else besides that so far. Actually, Duatna getting another one onto TLR, so that's 2 down for them right now as this battle's still going on here, trying to work it in. It's 3 down for MixUp right now. Lansky bombing in, trying to take down Zalox, but Enigma doing work. Enigma getting 4 frags with that scattergun, absolutely destroying them on that last point. It's Indus right now trying to hold it off, but Blaze finishing it off there and getting a 4K of his own on last. My goodness, that was incredible. Enigma almost saving the day.
That was energy right there. Enigma, I feel like if it's not his favorite map, it's his second favorite map. We've seen him have so many moments over the years. Of course, Classic-MixUp has been around for time immemorial, but let's see here as the pressure once again is on Classic-MixUp to see what they can do on this middle, and Zalox, I think, has got to own this. Meanwhile, we've got Soldiers, we've got Blaze here trying to do work for, sort of bring the battle lines forward for Froyotech. Right now, we've got Harb is the only person down right now, and just jockeying for position as Blaze goes down, and that was a nice shot there. Platinum takes out Clockwork as well. Lansky doing his best here. It looks like they do have the better of this mid, though, and they should take it out as they've got one pesky Platinum to clean up here. Lansky doing fantastic work as well. I haven't named too many specific names, but Lansky's been playing very strong, especially on the middles. Quite a pocket soldier.
Yeah, very well from him. And right there on that mid, MixUp just seemed they got caught out down in the valley and just got pressured so much, allowed Blaze to bomb in and just destroy them down there in the valley. And they just got caught out down there and couldn't really get anywhere towards the high ground. So that left it open for Froyotech to pick up the mid, and now they've worked their way into second since they got a wipe on that mid. Lansky and company now starting to work into this upper lobby here. A lot of sticks in, so they can't really work in that way. They have a pretty much full Uber advantage here. They do have it, so it looks like they're going to get ready to pop straight in here, and Hardblue's going to drop down from the heavens. Being on heavy, he's taking a lot of damage here. They're still trying to get him, and he made it into spawn, actually. They focused on him for so long there, and to no avail. Duatna going down. Shade getting one. Oh, my goodness. That was incredible. They just came
like a blitzkrieg.
Yeah,
like a lawnmower.
Yeah, that was wild right there. But wow, 3-0 from Froyotech. I mean, talk about momentum. They came out and they were playing very well on Badlands so far here.
Yeah. Before we summarize the half, I want to give a shout out to Zalox, who's actually playing very smart and has obviously done his homework on this Froyotech team. One thing I saw him do is he's predicting where the scouts and where the Froyotech team is going to come from. If you follow competitive TF2, you know that these scouts on Froyotech, the whole team is amazing, but the scouts like to try to make plays and come in from behind and throw off your game plan. Zalox is setting down traps and he's just playing very smart and anticipating, trying to anticipate the next moves of Froyotech. I'd like to see that from everyone across the board for MixUp, and certainly they're in, maybe not over their heads, but they're in a little deep here right now, down 3-0 at half, and again, 5 rounds wins it. And if Froyotech do win this, that'll be the match. That'll be the best of 3-1. So certainly, let's imagine right now, if you're Classic-MixUp, is there anything that you see that they should be doing differently, or what do you think they should be talking about during this halftime?
You know, that's a tough one right now because Froyotech really is just playing so solid on this last right here. I mean, there's not a whole lot, at least to my knowledge, you know, maybe a little less experience than some of these guys, but it's right now Froyotech is just playing very, very well on this Badlands map. I mean, they came out firing after winning that Golden Cap round on that last map, and they were just firing that whole half right there. And now they're up 3-0. I mean, MixUp can definitely get something going, but I think they need to get some more of these mids here. That last mid they just got you know, just mowed down, got caught out in the valley, and just allowed, you know, Froyotech to just push straight through into last there pretty much. So making some mistakes like that, maybe not getting completely wiped on some of the mids, you know, but it's going to be tough for them at this point to work anything back against Froyotech, because now that they're up 3-0, it's so much momentum moving forward here. They're feeling good. They're aiming well. It's just going to be tough. But
we've got halftime is over, and we're moving on here with the second half of this Classic Mix-Up versus Froyotech match. My name Getawell, his name Gex, and we mentioned it. It is all on Mix-Up here right now. If they lose 2 more rounds, or if they have the least number of rounds after all this, they're going to be in the lower bracket. But anyway, we have a middle here. We're watching TLR, who's going to come in to make his play, and he wants the mid, and why not? He's going to take out Shade. Benny down as well. Looking at Lange right now as well, who's trying to not to be one-upped. Almost a mirror play of what Tyler did, and now it's 2v2 here. Kind of a replay of the very first mid where we ended up 2-on-2. Now, who's going to take this is the question.
Enigma is going to get to Otna there, so it looks like Mix-Up pretty steadily has this one. Lange is going to bomb back in, though, try to save something on that point, but getting absolutely denied by Enigma there, who did some pretty good work on that mid. So right now, that will be the mid one over to Mix-Up. So we'll see if they can really do much, but though they got to wait for the reinforcements to come in, and that's exactly what they're doing, working their way over to Choke right here. I think we're going to be seeing a bit of a hold here at Choke, though. Shade does have about a 30% advantage on that Uber, though, so it's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, what I want to see, Gex, I want to see these classic mix-up players, if I may. You know, the old dudes, the core, I want to see them doing their thing a lot more. You know, I think that I'd like to see a lot more Platinum. I'd like to see TLR. I'd like to see Enigma do a lot more as well. We talked about how, you know, this, if you want to call any map a classic mix-up map, this may be the one, that and Gully probably, but I want to see more of them as we have Lange coming in. He's going to take this Uber in and just try to back it up. They want to get the med if they can, but Inda's still, he's at 93, 94%, and going to be able to...
TLR's behind. Oh, my goodness. He was sitting behind them the whole time and comes in. Oh, my goodness. Somehow Shade survives that right there. Actually, Mix-Up. That Uber is popped, actually. Excuse me. I'm all over the place here. That put me out of sorts, but it looks like Froyotech is going to get this mid back here. And Mix-Up getting pushed back.
Well, they took Indas very low, but he stays up. Now, he's still at an Uber disadvantage, but 13... You know, the saying is kind of, if you're at a disadvantage of 13%, you're not at a disadvantage. It's close enough that we're still on even footing here. But here we see both teams, they're not sitting back. We've seen some stalemate moments, but this is not one of them. And, you know, I think from the side of Froyotech, they want to just finish this up and just, you know, show everyone that they are the best. I think Mix-Up, they want it just as bad here. Harblu's creeping around, and he's going to go in on the demo and... he's going to get the demo. That was nice taking out Duwatna there. Harb converted over onto Scout, and boy, on the previous map anyway, we saw some very big moments. Shade is hiding.
Oh, the jukes. He just ran right past.
So that's different. Shade pulling out those, I don't know, maybe there is still time for fun and shenanigans.
Yeah, there's some nice jukes right there.
Do it on land, Shade, yeah. So he stays up at the very least, and so both teams will have Uber. If we didn't catch that, it wouldn't have been interesting, but we're just watching Shade behind the barrels.
Just hanging out. Yep, it's another sunny day here in Badlands. So.
Yeah, still 3-0 though, and so like I say, Mix-Up, they're doing what they've got to do, and it's all going to come down to where their push is coming. It's going to be from up above, upper lobby, which is smart.
Banny getting a bit aggressive over to the players in lobby, but to no avail. So Mix-Up just hanging out in the upper lobby right now, waiting for somebody to make the play. All the players making sure they get their buffs out. Banny's peeking that upper lobby again.
Yep.
Looking for something now. There is a bit of a stick trap right in through the main entrance there in that upper lobby. Platinum does get a pick onto Clockwork, though. Let's see if they can work something with it. They have to watch out for that stick trap. If Platinum goes too far, that could catch him. But right now, actually, Blaze was able to take down TLR, and Harblu is getting Blaze. So now the couple down for Froyotech as Mix-Up starts to work their way in here. Zaylong's trying to get some pipes off. Lange able to get Enigma. Harblu coming across, though, seeing what he can get, taking a lot of damage finally, going down to Lange there, and Mix-Up's just going to have to go ahead, back the bus up here.
Yeah, they lost their flank with both scouts down. I mean, they're not going to stay in there. And I'm watching Indus is almost playing, very panicky play from Indus, and this is probably why, but he manages to milk. We've got Farmer Brown over here holding on, finally does pop, and Gonna be able to stay in there. They took out now Benny and Clockwork down. They do lose Platinum. That's a lot of firepower, but let's watch how they play this here. They want to maybe try to take it in without Uber, or do they want to just sit in here and live at last? Get Land was just dropped in the chat by Clockwork.
Oh, TLR working in from the right side there. He was able to take down Shade. Oh,
there's
my
one.
goodness. DrShdwPuppet able to hold it off, though. So there you have it. That's 3 down for MixUp, and here comes Froyotech back onto the second point.
Next, we can see why DrShdwPuppet, of course, was picked up. This is his first season that he's played with this Froyotech team. He's doing it. He's doing it on LAN. And as a matter of fact, he was picked up by Froyotech after a strong ESEA LAN performance. So this guy can do it when it's not over the internet, you know?
Yeah, he's been playing very, very well so far
just
for them.
picks TLR out of the sky, so much for that effort there, and Benny goes down himself, but I think they'll take it. Scout for Soldier. Harblu just chilling out right now. If you didn't know that Harbs wasn't a born scout, you'd never know it to watch this.
Yeah, he's doing real good here throughout this whole day. I mean, you know, he's made some of those plays, some very big ones. Actually, here comes the pop from MixUp straight into last right now. Harblu's on the point, gets a lot of cap time. Still not able to do, not get the full cap there as they're going to try to work back in here. Shade does have an advantage on this Uber now. They need to get this point before he gets it, but it's only... Actually, it's one player up. It's just Shade trying to get something off to pop the Uber and hold last, but there's a round over to MixUp.
Well, it is still 3-1, but, you know, we've got 23 minutes left still.
Plenty of time.
You can see 10 rounds capped in 23 minutes. That's doesn't fit within the rule set. Take it away. You take it.
All right, here we go as we take a look at these demos coming in here initially on this mid. DrShdwPuppet over on the train, getting some sticks off onto people, and Clockwork getting aggressive on top there. But Platinum's going to go ahead and bomb over, try to get Shade. He's got a lot of damage into him. Clockwork is going to finish him off, though. And now we see Zalot's actually able to pick up Blaze. Froyotech working their way back in, but they have guys coming around from the right side, wrapping around them. But Clockwork and DrShdwPuppet just shutting them down right now. Only 2 up for MixUp as Banny is going to get the demo from MixUp. And Enigma falling as well, and it's just Indus. He's running for his life. I think Banny's going to be able to take care of that one as well. Hide
behind the barrels, Indus. Hide. You just hide behind the barrels. That's life. I got to give props to Enigma, who did his best on the mid, and he was playing very smart. He was anticipating the repush by Froyo. He's smart. He's Enigma, but he just watched his team fall apart in front of him. And so backed up now, we're going to have a cap of second, and Shade is at 93%. He's going to get there, and we have a Pyro up. His name is Enigma. We're going to see if the Pyro can shut down and stop this push, and we've seen that a lot, Gex, on this last point, this choky point of Badlands. If you can get a good power play, and we have a force already, and Enigma trying. He's going to back up, though, or he'll be out of position. Not going to shut this down, and so kind of, I don't know, the utility removed from this class is going to come out on Scout. We've got picks here left and right. We've got Harblu Ply going down as well. Not enough, and so I don't know if it was a Gambit, but you can call the Pyro Gambit failed there, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, initially it worked because that was how the force came out. He had a beautiful reflect on the rocket, straight back into the combo of Froyotech there, and got the force out of him, just couldn't keep it going, and they mowed over him here. So taking a look into this mid here once again as we check it out. Both teams still on their respective sides. Soldiers getting on top. Platinum's going to bomb into the point here, getting a couple rockets out, but still no frags as of yet. MixUp working this underside a little bit. Blaze is going to take down Indus, though.
Oh, which skill stick! Skill stick! He gets the pick, and Blaze... making an early case for himself as, I don't know, certainly hardest...
What an arrow from Shade.
Hardest worker on the mids. I'm calling it Blaze. Until I see something to prove me wrong, I'm saying it's Blaze, who's still up laughing with his 200 health. Just working very hard, getting lots of key picks, and he's going to just sneak a peek in here, get his little binoculars, and just have a look. But this aggression still, MixUp, I don't know what it is, but they're failing to slow down this Froyotech team, and you have to play a very specific and a very certain way when you're up against Froyo, and I'm not seeing it in Classic-MixUp yet on this map.
They found a bit of a way on process to do something against it, but so far nothing on this. As the Uber comes in here, popped out of Shade into last. Lansky's going to get one Banny as well as they continue to push in here. DrShdwPuppet is getting stickies out, taking down a couple, and that will be the cap and the map, as well as the match, over there to Froyotech.
Not as close as the first map.
No. No, not at all. I mean, they just came out, rode that momentum, I think, heavily. Froyo did, coming into the second map and just played lights out.
I mean, Gex, it doesn't seem like, certainly, especially in the second half, doesn't seem like Classic-MixUp was in that one.
No.
Was there anything in particular that you saw? It was just pretty much just very straightforward sixes. There was nothing out of the ordinary. No. There was a couple plays, Tyler getting behind and that, but other than that, it was just fair and square, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty straightforward. And I mean, the aggression of Froyotech, I mean, they would just, it seemed like they were just mowing over them a lot of the time on, you know, the second points or on the mids or something like that. I mean, they just really played lights out there on Badlands, Froyotech did. And if they continue to play like that moving forward here, the way they did on Badlands, it's going to be tough for any team to compete with them. But definitely there's some high caliber teams here. But that is going to move Froyotech forward here into the winter bracket finals.
Absolutely, and so Classic-MixUp, they were not out. They will drop down to the lower bracket and continue on. Not sure what we have coming up next. I believe the next thing, we're going to have an interview, as a matter of fact, with Clockwork and Shade coming up just momentarily. Not a whole lot else that we can say about that match. It was very straightforward, wasn't it? Very
straightforward. I mean, it
wasn't like the first one.
It was crazy how it went from such a close first map to just a total, you know, blowout on the second. I mean, it was incredible. You know, I don't know if it was whether Froyotech just came out and played all that better on the second map, or MixUp not playing as well, or a combination of both. I don't know, and that's what I'm thinking. A bit of a combination of both there, but overall, you know, good, well done from Froyotech. They're going to send them forward.
It was. Unfortunately for MixUp, here's how I feel about it. I feel like they had all the puzzle pieces just sitting there, but they weren't together. And so we'll see if MixUp can pick it up and change it. Waiting for a word if we're ready with our interview.
Still
Are we set to go?
We have little men talking in our ears.
We're going to get notification. It'll be about a minute. And so, as we say, we're here all day long. We want to thank you guys for joining us here at this GXL event. These are the CEVO Season 5 playoffs brought to you by XTV and TeamFortress.tv. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow us on YouTube and on Twitch and all that stuff. YouTube.com/eXtelevision. We want to give a shout out as well to PBL. Their website is battleleague.com. PBL sponsored this event. They provided over $1,000 worth of equipment. They are an esports organization that you should check out as well. Battleleague.com.
Props to them, right?
Props to them.
Yeah, props to them. You know, really helping us out here with all this. So I think we're about to head over to it in just a second here. We've got to be winding down on our time here on this.
We've got the gorgeous
interviews. We've got I see them.
Yeah. I want to see this interview because we didn't get into the team comms too much on that second map, but from what we heard on the first map, it seems like Froyotech is composed and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's get a first-hand account of how they feel. Over to you guys.
Yeah, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the green screen, joined by two lovely fellows who just won their first round matchup, Clockwork and Shade. How you guys feeling?
Other than being sick, pretty good.
Yourself, Matt?
Really, really tired.
Cool.
Didn't get much sleep.
Yeah, a little bit of delays in our start here today, but you guys got off to a good start. First map was a little bit closer. What were your thoughts on that?
I thought I kind of like gave up halfway through because I thought we were losing. Like when we were, and they were like when it was 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah,
I thought that we were
the
losing.
mumble atmosphere
So
wasn't great in that first map. We just sort of let it slip away from us. We were just giving away rounds and bleeding players over and over again. I mean, we should have won that map quick, but you know, just really sloppy play.
How we play that map.
Yeah. You think that was just some of the fatigue, getting ready to go today, as you kind of had a rough start?
I mean, I don't
in the
want
morning?
to make an excuse and say it was fatigue, but I just think we were playing poorly in the second half. That's the reason why it ended up being so close.
And then did you guys feel more comfortable on Badlands?
I think going into Badlands, I mean, I felt a lot more confident. I thought we were going to take care of them pretty quickly, so, and I mean, we ended up doing that. I think everybody was just on Badlands. Everyone was just picked it up, except for Matt.
I got like 2
Now, the lower bracket is going to be MixUp, who you guys just defeated, versus Street Hoops. Who do you guys anticipate coming out of that matchup?
I expected MixUp to play a little better, so maybe Street Hoops.
Maybe they'll warm up.
I didn't think MixUp played very well at all.
I think this one should be close.
Yeah.
I think Street Hoops will bring it this second half, and I think we could see. I don't know if MixUp is like the favorite to win. I would assume they are, so I think we could see an upset.
Cool. And then that puts you guys up against Elevate in the next round match. How do you guys feel that that matchup works for you guys?
I mean, Elevate, I feel like we are a better team on every position. I mean, they've gotten us obviously in the 2 ESEA matches, but they're not scary. They're not a team that we're not afraid of them. We should be able to beat them. We beat them a majority of times in scrims. I don't think we lost to them in CEVO, so I'm not worried about them. I think we can beat them pretty easily.
Cool. Yeah. Are you guys excited about the tournament tomorrow? Are you guys running the same roster? Or are you guys switching up a little bit?
We're running the same roster.
Maybe off class.
Maybe off class?
Might do a little off class. Depends on who we're playing against.
Okay,
If I
cool.
get enough sleep, I'm super excited for
Yeah.
it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us right now. Hopefully we'll have you guys back on a little bit later in the show, and appreciate the time, and good luck in the next rounds. Thanks. Back to you guys. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Eckstein, and thanks to the guys on Froyotech, and congratulations to them. As you heard there, they're moving on now in the bracket. If you're at home or if you have a fancy smartphone, you can look at those brackets online yourself. They're on the CEVO website. And as he said, they're moving on now to face Elevate TF2 in a match that I think a lot of people will be looking to see the result of. But I think we're taking a break for now, Gex. We're going to collect ourselves and get ready. And stay tuned, guys, for more TF2.